Alright, welcome back to Good Morning Boss. Mga boss, alam niyo ba na sobrang aktibo ng Pilipinas pagdating sa real estate industry? Kaya yan ang pag-uusapan natin ngayong umaga. Makakasama natin live dito sa studio ang Chairman and COO ng Italpinas Development Corporation, Architect Romolo Nati. Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
And we also have the President of IDC, Attorney Jojo Leviste III. Alright, welcome to Good Morning Boss.
Thank you.
Okay, so firstly, let's talk about IDC. What is IDC?
IDC means Italpinas Development Corporation, which is a joint venture between Italians and Filipino entrepreneurs. And we are engaged in sustainable development in the Philippines.
All right. So you've been here in the Philippines for how many years already?
Well, the company is 6 years old.
Okay.
Yeah, and we have our first project built now in Guiang City.
All right.
Yeah.
So basically, what does IDC do here in the Philippines? Especially, you've mentioned a while ago that you're focusing more on sustainable development. What is sustainable development, and what's the importance of this development for all the Filipinos?
Okay, Italpinas is engaged in developing, as you said, sustainable buildings, mainly in emerging cities in the Philippines. We are not too much interested in Metro Manila or Metro Cebu, but we like to discover emerging cities as Cagayan de Oro, Dumaguete, Lipa City, and we develop sustainable buildings, which means buildings that are able to reduce the impact on the environment. So we save energy, we save water, we produce energy when it's possible through photovoltaic panels. So that's how we intend to develop projects in the Philippines.
It's very interesting that you mentioned that you're focusing more on the rural side or the not so developed cities yet. So why did you guys decide to focus on the rural side and not on the metro side?
Well, we really believe that there's growth within the growth in cities like CDO and other places. These aren't really rural areas. They're really, demographically vigorous places with population density. So Manila will always be Manila, and Cebu, they're developed places. But in terms of rate of growth, it's really exciting to be in places like that.
Okay, so in my intro, I mentioned a while ago that real estate here in the Philippines is really booming. So as a company of 6 years right now, where do you think the Philippines will be in the near future, especially when we're talking about real estate?
You want to go ahead?
It's a good question, but I think there are going to be many answers to that question.
Yeah.
Because when we talk about real estate in the Philippines, I mean, we're a country of 100 million people. We're a big country. We have to think that way. So 10 years from now, 20 years from now, real estate in Manila will be a different story versus real estate in places that are emerging and developing now.
Okay.
So I think, personally, my forecast is that we will become a more multipolar country with more than one center, and that's what we need.
And I think that's why Metro Manila is really crowded right now because, all the opportunities are mostly here in the Metro. But maybe since a company like IDC is focusing on the other cities, you might actually, convince other people to stay in other cities to, develop their places. Yeah. Okay, so now let's talk about this environmental sustainability. So it's not really normal or not really usual for real estate companies to focus on this environmental side. So do you think this is your edge among other companies?
Yeah, I would say yes. Now to be sustainable in real estate development is something new, but soon it will become the normality. I mean, every developer will do that. This is because we really need to take care of our environment, not only our environment in terms of nature, but also in terms of communities, and of course also profit should be sustainable. That's the way Italpinas works.
Okay. Italpinas Development Corporation, sorry for that, has been here in the Philippines for the past 6 years. And do you think the state of the environment here in the Philippines is quite degrading? That's why you are focusing more on the sustainability of the environment?
Well, urban environments, we've made some mistakes, so there's room for us to learn and to grow. But when it comes to the way that we address that with our architecture, we would like to send a message that the way that you live in your home, it's a very direct way of affecting the environment. And first of all, in terms of power consumption, our designs are very specific about the way that air flows, the way that the shadows fall upon the surface of a building. So with design features like this, you can drastically reduce the consumption of power, for example. So that's a start. Yeah.
All right. So right now we can see on our screens some of your designs.
Yes,
Are
correct.
this established already, or
Yeah,
some plans?
this is Primavera Residences. It's a twin tower building already completed. As you can see, it's phase 1 and phase 2 completed.
Right.
The building is sold out, almost sold out. We just have a few units. This is again in Cagayan de Oro, and it's the first example of our project that has been built. It's a project we designed in Silang, Cavite. But that's not completed. It's just it's still the design phase.
Okay, so right now you have buildings in Cagayan de Oro and Cavite and other provinces as well?
No, only Cagayan de Oro, yes, but we will be soon in Batangas and in other emerging cities in the Philippines.
And I've also seen some solar panels on your buildings. Right?
Correct, because
are those solar panels?
Yes, this solar panel. It's Coral City. This is a competition we won in 2012, if I'm not wrong. And this is a new project. It's Primavera City, also in Cagayan de Oro.
Interesting. Okay.
And also this is going to be covered with photovoltaic panels.
All right, but of course, let's talk about the practicality-wise. How much will it cost for customers to buy?
Our buildings cost. The price of our building is similar cost of other buildings without green features.
All right.
This is because our green features are called passive green features. They are embedded in the design of the building, so they don't cost additional money, but they give the chance to end user to save on energy.
All right. Attorney, please do invite everyone to explore this kind of venture, and for people to maybe, to our audience who are interested to buy this kinds of buildings. So please do invite them.
Yeah, well, definitely. I would invite everyone to have a look at our product. As Romolo said, it doesn't need to be expensive to have green features, environmentally friendly features.
Yeah.
I think, in the market today, the word green gets thrown around a lot.
It's not too sexy yet. The issue is not too sexy yet. So that's a good job that you're doing this.
Yeah, that's right. So also the way that we deliver those environmental solutions are inbuilt into our designs, and we think that's
all right. Any message to our audience?
To visit our building so they can experience what does really mean to be sustainable in real estate. Our building is in Cagayan de Oro, Primavera Residences, and watch out because we will do new projects soon, and we'll be
looking forward to that.
Yeah, of course.
Hopefully you could expand all over the Philippines.
Yeah, we will. We will. Definitely we will.
Definitely.
All right, we're looking forward to that. Thank you so much for being here in the studio once again. We have here live in the studio the chairman and COO of Italpinas Development Corporation, architect Romolo Nati, and the president of Italpinas Development Corporation, attorney Jojo Leviste III. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
All right.